friends, it's me Nikki here. I hope you all are doing great. I'm here today to share with you my patio back porch refresh. It's right around the corner before summer's here. The spring pollen is gone, so of course I had to get out there and do some freshening up, my husband and I. And so we do this every year. We really like to do this part because it kind of gets the patio ready for the summer. And so if you've been with me kind of since the beginning, 4 years now, can you believe it? I've always typically used the colors blue and green out on my patio, such as this here. Not more so, you guys know the teal that I love. I typically had not had that in my patio, but typically like the dark blues here and the greens have always been out there. I tend to like to keep those colors out there because a lot of the things I use are the platters and things that I use to entertain outside happen to be blue and green, and so it all kind of just flows together. And I think that blue and green is just such a beautiful color out on my patio. It really just kind of comes to life or brings the patio to life. We have a small patio. It's not really a big patio, but for my husband and I, and we have our guests, it works perfectly fine for us, and we're really happy with it. So I want to jump in and share with you the whole patio refresh. Okay friends, I was so excited about this refresh. We cleared out our back patio. I teamed up with Collective Bias to get this job done, and what we thought we wanted to do was a couple DIYs to kind of refresh the space, and one being painting or cement. This is something that you can do to really freshen up your patio, and it's very inexpensive to do. So the first thing you want to do is you want to clean off that cement, sweep it off, get all the debris, and then from that point you want to get your paint. Now we're using the Valspar latex porch and floor paint from Lowe's, and the chowder color is the one we went with. I know it's bright, but I wanted a complete neutral background, and you'll see how it comes together later. Now you want to be sure to etch your cement. That's key to doing that, using a muriatic acid of choice. And then we wanted a little dimension in ours, so we taped off these little blocks so that when we paint it, we'll kind of have like that brick little effect, and it's just kind of a little effect that we wanted to do, simply using our painter's tape that we got from Lowe's, and we were good to go. Now that we have our cement etched, we have it taped off, we are ready to paint. And the painting process is simple. It's basically just rolling it on with our roller, and then before it completely dries, we pulled up the paint. We didn't want to wait till it completely dried because we wanted to have a cleaner line. So we did it when it was almost dry but not quite dry. Now after pulling up the paint, we did let it dry completely for an additional 24 hours before we put anything in this space. I was so happy with how it turned out. It was such an inexpensive, simple, easy DIY project that you can do. Just go to Lowe's, get the supplies that you need, and you're good to go. But you see how I have a completely neutral background now. I know it may look stark now, but once I put these rich colors that I have in there now, it's really going to make the space look bigger and brighter. Now another thing that we wanted to do is replace that ceiling fan. It came with the house, so it was old and outdated. We went with the Allen & Roth beautiful ceiling fans. You get it from Lowe's, and we thought that this style would look so good out on our back patio, and we got the matching accent light here because we needed to replace that also. So this is that icky light, icky fan that needs to be replaced, and here is the beautiful new fan. It really updates the space and looks great. And actually we had our glass on this one had broke, so we needed to replace it, and it just looked awful, but now it really fits the space and it upgrades our home. And for an affordable price, you really can do these little small touches. Now my mother-in-law had gave us this vintage little patio set here. It's perfect size for back here because again, we don't have a lot of space, but I wanted to freshen it up and kind of update it a little bit because it is rather old, but the green color matched in great. So what we did was we spray painted it, and it made it perfect. And we used this Valspar Project Perfect Paint Primer in gloss, and we also used that on our ottoman here. If you've been with me a while, you remember my ottoman. I got this off Craigslist for a couple dollars. It was a coffee table that had glass in the center, but the people had broke the glass, so they were just selling this base for a couple dollars. I took it, I painted it. My husband cut a piece of wood in the center, and we made it into an ottoman. We've had it for about 3 or 4 years now, but it's perfect out here with our furniture, existing patio furniture that we've had for about 7-8 years now. But it all comes together nicely. So I'm loving the new ceiling fan. I'm loving the fresh new floor that kind of brightens up the space and makes it look bigger, along with putting the new patio set out there that my mother-in-law gave me, and now to refresh that ottoman. So if you have been with me a while, you know I upholster my ottoman just about every year to freshen it up. It takes 1.5 yards of fabric, a staple gun, and probably 5 minutes of my time, and I have a completely new look on my outdoor ottoman. I love this DIY, so let's start putting this room together. So I am so excited about how the space turned out. I loved using all of the little touches of the blue and the green and the small DIY projects that really were affordable to do, but it really gave a lot of impact in the room. And also it's a small patio, but it has so much function. We can sit out here and have our breakfast or cook out. Our grill is out here. We can sit out here and relax. I can come out here and work in the morning time if I want to, but it's a nice relaxing space. And although it's not the biggest space, it's cozy, it's perfect for my husband and I, and if we do want to entertain, we have enough space to entertain. So it really is something that is ready for the summer. We're excited to use it for the summer. We're glad to have those little touches from like my mother-in-law, her little table there, and just the small little kind of refresh touches that we have done. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing the space. I hope you all are doing great. I'll put a link below definitely to the items that I used in this video. Definitely go check it out and run to your Lowe's to do all of your summer DIY projects, because you guys know that is my go-to place for all of my DIY for especially outdoors. So I hope you all are doing great. I'll see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.